go.
Okay. Geez, I had taken you or not. All right. Welcome everybody to This Week in Wrestling here on the Bobbit Network. I'm your host, Bobbit. And we got a pretty good show for you lined up tonight. We got some dubs and some things and some stuff and things to talk about. Uh, Joining me tonight is the man who could literally melt the glacier with his icy stare, the show you love the Cobalt show. Hey tonight, Mr. Cobalt.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How about yourself? Sorry I wasn't here yesterday. I do want to
Oh,
apologize to everybody. Sorry we weren't live yesterday. I was way under the weather. I asked Heather. I was debilitated. Although I had to function because I have a 6 months old who must have known that I was not feeling good, so she decided to cry all freaking day. So it just added to the problem. But other than that, I'm feeling a little better today. I still have a little bit of a headache, but I'm doing. Heather's probably feeling the effects of what I was feeling yesterday. She says she's worn out, but we're doing good here, Bobbit. Thanks for asking. Wendy can straight fuck
man.
off. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And last but not least, we've got, well, the man from Arizona. Why he's there, I don't know. Trey.
What's up, folks?
Good talk.
Right? So, did you want to start off with AEW news there, JP?
Sure. Let's get it out of the way so I can get my rant out of the way. Oh, here it goes. Now, and Cody knows what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna talk about this. And I kind of talked to the guys about it. Understand me. I am happy for AEW. They sold out. But here's the thing. They sold out in 15 minutes in a place they should have sold out in 15 minutes. Maybe even sooner. It's Chicago. Chicago is a wrestling town. It should sell out in 15 minutes. My problem with this is WWE way back in 1990 sold it out in 4.5 minutes, the same arena that they're going to. I get it. Everybody's excited about AEW. But here's the thing. It's not whether or not they sell out Chicago in 15 minutes. It's not whether or not they sell out New York in 15 minutes. It's not whether or not they sell out Boston in 15 minutes. Those are wrestling cities. They have the hardcore fans. That's where the bulk of the hardcore fans come from. Even Los Angeles. My issue is, are they going to be able to sell out arenas like Madison, Wisconsin, who has an arena of 16,000 seats? Okay, here's the problem. That is a small city. I mean, it's a city, but it's a small city. That being said, that's the people that the AEW needs to get. It's not the New York fans, it's not the Chicago fans, it's not the Las Vegas fans, it's not the Boston fans, it's not the Chicago fans, it's not the New York fans. I probably said that.
Yes, you did. That's the first one you said.
But everybody's gonna Atlanta fans. Atlanta's another one of those cities that you should be able to sell out because it's a wrestling rich city.
Think about it this way. Any city that back in the 70s and 80s had its own wrestling territory, you don't need to worry about selling out because it's going to sell out no matter what.
Exactly. The target audience for AEW needs to be kids in order for them to compete with WWE. Reason I say that is, who's going to want the merch? Do you think, I mean, Bobbit, with an exception, people like Bobbit, I'm not picking on you, Bobbit, with the Funko Pops and all that shit. Those are toys. That's how WWE makes their revenue. It's not off the wrestling. I mean, they still make money off their wrestling events, but their toys and their merchandise, that's That's how you make your money in wrestling. That's how they're doing it today. And it's working. You've got to sell to the kids. So the problem isn't whether or not they can sell in Chicago or whether or not they can. The problem is are they going to sell in those small little towns like down by where Ryan lives? Those are the places that they're going to have trouble selling. Because there are a lot of casual fans. They don't know who an MJF is. I do. I'm a hardcore fan. I know who MJF is. Hardcore fan or casual fans aren't going to know who Joey Janela is. I do. I'm a hardcore fan. The thing is people are misconstrued by this. The hardcore wrestling fans are already gotten. They're a given. They're a given. What people are missing is those casuals. Those casual fans, if it's not a fucking Roman Reigns, if it's not an Alexa Bliss, if it's not a Bayley, if it's not a Becky Lynch, they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't. And I hate to say that, but that's the honest to God's truth.
That's how wrestling is today.
AEW is going to struggle trying to get the casual fans to come watch them because they don't have that big time star that's going to say, yeah, I want to go see that guy. Everybody sits there and says, well, Chris Jericho was a 90s star. He's a nostalgia act. That's all he is. The hardcore fans they've got the hardcore fans. That's a given. It's the casual fans that they have to get. That's going to be the hard part. WWE has that market locked down. Because you never hear a casual fan say, fuck WWE. They're all about the WWE. They don't care. If you aren't making movies or you aren't selling toys or you aren't selling big time merchandise, you aren't a Roman Reigns, a Becky Lynch, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, blah. They don't care. They do not care. There are certain people out there that do, but a lot of them do not care. And that's the thing I'm trying to get people to understand. Now, that being said, I hope they do. Because then, and only then, will WWE, we need to fix what we are doing. Until that happens, WWE will continue to do the same thing that they have done for years and years and years. Bottom line, you can't change them because that is just the way. And it's not even Vince. You're talking, I don't even see them changing when Vince leaves. I don't. That's all. But to have them sell out Chicago, they should. They should sell out Chicago. WWE should sell out Chicago. But here's the thing. Do you want to know why Chicago's not selling out for WWE? Because they're hardcore, a lot of hardcore fans. They're the ones that pay the money to go see these events, not the casuals. They'd rather watch it on TV because why do they want to spend $50 on a ticket when they're only going to be there for that one event or whatever? That's the thing. And WWE, they don't care. I keep hearing podcasters and other people saying, well, they need to change what they're doing or else they're going to go out of business. They're never going to go out of business. Ever. I wish people would stop saying that. It's not going to happen.
Well, it might happen, but it's going to take at least 30 years.
Oh God,
before it even comes close.
it's gonna take for fucking ever for that to happen.
Wendy is going to have grandchildren of her own. Put it that way.
Well, I don't think that's the case. I think wrestling will be dead by then anyway. Wrestling goes in cycles. Like every 10, 20 years, it goes in cycles. What you're seeing today with WWE, go back and watch a 1993 event. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Oh my God. We watched Survivor Series the other day. How close is that compared to what we're seeing today? Trek?
Ooh.
No, tell me.
That's worse.
Give me the
That's
oof.
worse.
Tell me. Which was worse?
93 was worse.
What?
93 was worse.
Exactly my point. You get a better production value today than you did back in 93 but you're getting the same wrestling. That's the problem.
Yeah.
The wrestling was really bad in that pay-per-view. The gimmicks. It's all about gimmicks. So, but I'm happy that they sold out, but hey, WWE could probably sell out too. Faster. They've done it. Back in the 1990s, they sold out in 4.5 minutes. That's my point. That's all I have on the AEW thing. You guys can go ahead and go ahead. It's all you got. Floor.
We were talking about this at work the other day, and they said, "Do you think it'll sell?" I'm like, "I don't think it'll sell. I know it will because I looked at All In. I said it didn't take long for that to sell either." And I said they got to come back for the second year in a row. What do you think's gonna happen? Like it's gonna sound like, yeah, no shit. So I knew this was coming, and I'm not surprised. Congrats to them for selling out. But like you said, I want to see them try and sell out somewhere like you live, or where like Bobbitt lives, where I live, where Gina lives, Ryan, everyone.
I think they could sell. Well,
They might sell out Green Bay before they sell out Madison.
no, they could. I don't think they could. No, they wouldn't be able to sell out Green Bay before Madison. Green Bay's smaller. Green Bay's like half the size of Milwaukee, or half the size of Madison. It's the smaller cities that they go to that are gonna have the issue of selling out. That's the problem. It's not the big cities that I'm worried about. When AEW comes to Madison, we'll see how they do. That if they can sell out that venue, then you can come talk to me. Until then,
Yeah.
stop saying that, oh my God, it sold out in 15 minutes. I get it. People are excited about AEW.
Yeah.
But I've seen this before. I've seen this excitement before. It'll fade. It always does. Bobbitt, back to you. Or give your thoughts, whatever you want to do.
Like I was telling y'all, I want to see if they ever come to Winston. I like to see them do what WCW did back 97, 8-ish, back with Moment to Fall Brawl. You got to look. Winston-Salem, yes, it's a wrestling-rich town, but nobody ever comes there for whatever reason. Like it's a city of over 200,000 people. It has a stadium called the Lawrence Zone Coliseum that is I think it's 14,000 seats or something like that. But WCW sold out there. I like to see AEW try to do the same thing.
Where at, Bobbitt?
Well,
I think they could, because again, like I said, it's like Heather said, it's a tradition. But I get it. It's a tradition-rich wrestling. Ric Flair lives down by there or near there. That's where he. That's wrestling rich down there. That should sell out or close to it.
Yeah, but for some reason, the WWE never goes around there. Why? I do not know.
Why? Because they don't. What? They've been to Charlotte. Charlotte's how far?
They
Is
live
Charlotte
in
from
the
Winston-Salem?
but they never went.
How far is Charlotte from Winston-Salem?
Hell, 20 miles maybe?
Okay, well there you go. They go to Charlotte. They go to the bigger cities. They'll do a live event at Winston-Salem, but they won't do a Raw or a SmackDown.
I have not seen a live event there in over 20 years.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they have. It's just a regular live event. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. WWE has trouble selling out just because their product sucks. That's the bottom line. Right now,
Their prices are starting to go up.
because people aren't selling out the arena, so they have to do something. They have to raise prices. No, I'm
saying that they're kind of biting themselves in their own ass by doing that because of the fact that it's driving people away along with them having a shitty product.
Well, there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Oh, believe me, I know. I worked at Harley. I saw it all the time. It's
But they
100% workout.
make their money off of more than wrestling now, so they ain't too worried about it. What do you mean they need to have ads in Bakersfield? See, like Bakersfield, that's a city that I would like for that. Bakersfield, how big is Bakersfield?
It's not very big. It's a small California city.
Well, that's where Aaron lives. So I think it's a town of about 80,000 people, maybe. But then again, look at that. I mean, WWE will never go there. It's not a big enough city, and there's really nothing there. There's nothing. There's no other big cities. 380,000. Yeah, but it's out in the middle of nowhere, isn't it? See, that's the problem. WWE's not going to go out into the middle of nowhere and put on a show. That's the thing. So,
I wish he so they would come around here.
right? Bobbitt made mention that Stomping Grounds is having trouble selling out. It shouldn't. I mean, Jesus Christ, have you seen that logo? It's the greatest fucking logo ever, man. I fucking love that logo.
Right?
I might make that my tattoo. I don't care. I'm not gonna go to the show, so I don't give a fuck. I mean, look, like I said, WWE is going to make their money one way or another. Their live events are selling out, so why should they change? Why should they care if Raw doesn't sell out? I mean, I get it. And again, it's in Tacoma, Washington, and I made this comparison. Tacoma, Washington is about 45, 50 miles away from Seattle. And the traffic up there is, I mean, it's okay. But, I mean, it's 4 million people live in that area, okay? So that Tacoma Arena seats 20,000 people, and the town itself is 100,000 people. That town itself has to get at least 10% of those people to come to that event in order for them to even come close to selling out. So where they're having it, if they were having it in Seattle, it probably would sell out a little better. But I don't think Seattle has an indoor arena anymore. I don't know. I honestly don't know. So that being said, if it was in Seattle, it probably would sell out because I think that might be a wrestling-rich community. And is Daniel Bryan going to be on the card? Because he's from Washington. If he's not, then people aren't going to fucking show up because he's not going to fucking be there. They haven't advertised it. If they would have advertised that Daniel Bryan was going to be at Stomping Grounds, they probably would have sold it out. But he's not. I don't know.
Well, not only that, but that's just got me. There's only 5 matches that have been announced so far, and we only collect before the thing starts.
Mm-hmm. Right. But that being said, I mean, I'm not making excuses for WWE, but you have to. Where they're having this event, it's a shitty arena, too. It's look up the Tacoma Dome. It looks run down. It's a rundown. I've driven by it, and it is run the fuck down. It looks like an old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looks like an old power plant. Fucking. Just go look it up.
Well, Tacoma is like one of those forgotten cities, so it's like everything is starting to fall apart there.
So yeah, that's all I have to say on that about Stomping Ground. I'm still gonna watch it. It's $9.99 on the network, and I'm never ever turning away from WWE. I'm never turning away from the fucking network because there's too much great content in the WWE network, man. Too much.
Like
For me
today.
to say, yeah, I'm not gonna watch this product anymore. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Like today,
I'd be a fool too.
I spent the whole day watching WrestleMania Rewind on the network.
I mean, there's way too much great content on there to give up. That's one of the great things WWE did. If you haven't gotten the WWE network, you need to, because there's more content. Some of your favorite matches of all time will be on there. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Wendy! I guarantee it. Oh my god. This fucking kid. So, that being said, moving on to you guys.
I haven't seen that. Correct? You gonna
No, I agree. It's just people are looking into it, too much. Like JP said, it's not the best city to do wrestling in, and the fact that they announced 5 matches. Hopefully they'll announce some more, but still, people look at it like, oh my god, they're gonna fail because they haven't sold out Stomping Grounds. Like, first off, it's their first ever Stomping Grounds, and it replaced Backlash, which was a shit show last year for the most part.
Right.
Second, not the biggest city in the world. It's like, geez, it's not like it's in Phoenix. If they can't sell out Phoenix, then we got problems. But
Where'd your puppy go?
Right. So there you go. And everybody's like, well, did you see the arena in Saudi Arabia? That arena seats 100,000 fucking people. I guarantee it there was like 30,000, 40,000 people there. Not close to it. So, yeah, that's all I have to say.
There it is.
Next. Anything else? Oh, here's my review. Here's my review of SmackDown. And that's all I'm gonna say. No, we'll review it. But anyway, I wish Ronnie was here because she probably took better notes than I did. I quit giving a shit about this fucking show. We couldn't go live on Tuesday for some reason. YouTube wouldn't let us go live, and I think that was just YouTube wide. It wasn't just me. I'm not blocked or banned or anything from going live, but I mean, The Miz had Shane, Drew, and Elias come out at the beginning of the show. They cut a promo, and essentially we got The Miz taking on Shane, Drew, and Elias, and he got his ass beat. 30 minutes of Shane McMahon. Now, I have heard that they are, I don't know if this is true. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm taking it with what everybody calls a grain of fucking salt. But I wouldn't put it by WWE. The way they've been pushing Shane is putting the title on Shane, taking the title off of Kofi and putting it on Shane. I can see WWE doing that to push the best in the world fucking gimmick, and then you're gonna have Roman Reigns take on Shane McMahon at SummerSlam, where Roman Reigns will take the title off of him. I could see them doing that. I don't know though. Who cares? I don't give a fuck. Look, the storyline is shit, and I get that. If they would have, I wouldn't mind so much if they put some effort behind the storytelling. I would be okay with it. I would be totally okay with it. But they're not. They're not. No, you're good, man. You're good, Mystico. You're good. No worries. No worries for me. But so yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. What do you guys think about that? You heard that rumor?
Yeah, I've been hearing that rumor all week. Would this be the title that makes him a Grand Slam champion as well?
Would this title make him a Grand Slam champion? Yes, it would. Yes, it would make him a Grand Slam champion.
There you go.
Huh?
And you know how the McMahons are.
Well, everybody's like, how can, and I said it last week, how can Shane McMahon beat Roman Reigns? It's a fucking McMahon. And an event like this, very seldom do the McMahons lose. But he had the help of Drew McIntyre. So there you go. You're getting Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns. Whatever. Then we got Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose walking up to Ember Moon and putting magazines in her hand. They've done this 2 weeks in a row now. It's kind of fucking annoying. And then they knock all the shit out of her hand, and then Ember Moon acts like a fucking 5-year-old kid throwing a hissy fit. The fuck is that? What are they doing?
Well, they did break her switch. I will say
I don't get my point. My point is, she acted like a 5-year-old kid. That's my point. That's my point. And then we got Carmella and Truth, and this is all I got to say is R-Truth, and this is where the logic gap comes in with WWE. Carmella and R-Truth. Carmella told R-Truth to hide in a
Great.
in a crate, in a sealed trunk crate. Keyword sealed trunk crate, where you can't fucking breathe. You will die eventually because you'll run out of oxygen. And it locked. And he specifically said, "Don't lock me in here." Well, he did. She did, because Carmella's a dumb blonde. Locked him in the sealed crate. Now R-Truth is in a sealed trunk on his way to LA. And I put, will he live? It's not whether or not he will lose the title. Will he survive the trip? Because he said, don't seal this because I can't breathe. I will lose oxygen. This makes no sense. This 24/7 fucking belt thing is fucking stupid. I'm sorry. I find no entertainment in it. Keep it off of fucking TV. You've got more important things to do, like maybe build a fucking pay-per-view, rather than fucking having people running around chasing a fucking belt that looks like... What does it look like to you?
Clock.
Looks like a clock.
Flavor Flav's necklace.
Flavor Flav's necklace.
Yeah.
And to answer Bob's question, no, it would not make him Grand Slam champion, actually.
Has he won a tag team title?
He has, but the only other 2 titles that he's won is European Championship and Hardcore Championship. And that's it. There's no other championships that he's ever won.
But if he wins the WWE title, that would make him a Grand Slam champion. Grand Slam is 4.
I always thought it was 5.
4. 4 is Grand Slam. In a sense, yes, it could make him, but it is a triple crown champion, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Either way, that I could see them doing it. But I don't give a shit about the 24/7 belt. Can we just stop with the bullshit? I mean, it's annoying. It's fucking waste of time. And wait until you get to Firefly Funhouse. Dan just got here for the perfect time. Just hang around, Dan. Just hang around for a minute. So Carmella took on Sonya Deville. Carmella ended up losing, if I remember correctly, to Sonya Deville because Mandy Rose interfered. Wendy. My God.
What's the matter? Are you getting hungry finally?
Then we had a promo. I'm running through this because this show sucked. We stopped paying attention. Actually, I quit paying attention after a while, and we actually did a
I
quiz.
fell asleep.
I just wanted to see if everybody had any knowledge of WWE.
Or did you pee?
Apparently, freaking brainchilds in this chat, only 72% know what the fuck they're talking about. I'm just kidding, guys. I love
Get
you.
your bottle. Hold on.
You know what I'm talking about. You need to know the 50 questions. You need to know the answer to these 50 questions about the WWE in order to be a true fan. But so apparently they're not true fans, which I call bullshit. New Day versus Sami Owens, Dolph Ziggler, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Dolph Ziggler. They cut a promo. Who cares? Blah blah blah. Just built up for later. Then we got Bayley versus Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross. We're playing this whole Alexa Bliss and the fucking bully fucking thing again. Just fucking rehashing old fucking stories. How fucking Alexa Bliss. But yet, last year or 2 years ago at fucking Extreme Rules, Alexa Bliss was being the fucking bully to Bayley. I don't fucking understand the fucking logic behind any of this. I don't understand it, so I don't give a fuck about it. Because we all know that Alexa Bliss is taking on Bayley for the SmackDown Women's title. Don't be surprised that Alexa Bliss doesn't win it. Nikki Cross ended up losing to Bayley because of Alexa. I don't even know. Was it because of Alexa Bliss that she lost?
I have no idea.
Yeah, who cares? Now, the Firefly Funhouse. This is the most unentertaining that I have ever seen. And no, don't just say, well, I like how fun it is. Bray Wyatt's not supposed to be fucking fun. He's supposed to be a fucking evil bastard sociopath. Period, bottom line. Put the fucking guy in the goddamn ring or stop fucking doing the shit. Basement and I have talked about this. WWE is going to continue to do this until Bray Wyatt, it's already dead to me. I don't give a shit about fucking Bray Wyatt. I could care less if Bray Wyatt fucking wears a mask to the fucking ring. Yeah, it looks cool, but who cares? What is that? Zowie Wowie. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is that? That's not scaring me. That's just making me fucking think that whoever's doing this shit is a fucking idiot. Makes no fucking sense. None. Put the guy in the fucking ring or fucking drop the gimmick. Because it's the same, Bray Wyatt's the same thing. They're just going about it a different way. There's nothing different about this guy. Absolutely nothing. And if anybody says it's because of the mask, you're an idiot. Because it has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. He's the exact same person he was before he left. Or before he joined fucking Matt Hardy. That's it. Mic drop. Next. Give me a fucking break with the Firefly Funhouse. It's not even entertaining. There's nothing entertaining about it. Bobbit? Trek?
I agree with you 100%. Like, I was starting now I'm like, can we get this guy in the ring already?
That's what I want to see.
This shit's getting stupid.
Because he's a great talker, but having him talk too much is ruining him. If the only reason that they brought him back was to have him talk, then why is he there? Why are you utilizing him? Do you all even know who the fuck Bray Wyatt really is? Do you know who he is? I know everybody here knows who he is. He's Mike Rotunda's son. Does everybody know Mike Rotunda?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's so wrong about this guy getting in the fucking ring and wrestling?
Same thing with Bo Dallas.
Exact same thing with Bo Dallas.
And Kurt Saxel. That's the perfect son.
Another one. Another guy with great talent. But I don't give a shit about him because of who they are. They made every goddamn fucking mid-carder a comedy act. And that's it. Bobbit, what are you doing? It's like you're stuck.
No,
He's trying to
but
set up.
I don't know. It's your internet. It's really slow.
You gotta believe.
But look, I'm done with the Firefly gimmick. It's fucking waste of time. It's not doing anything. And then they do the same thing the next fucking day on SmackDown. They did it on Monday and then they do it again on Tuesday. What do they think? They don't have
The same audience?
the same audience? They do. Move on to something else.
Not to mention, as soon as Monday Night Raw is over with, guess what? Those clips are on fucking Twitter and Facebook thanks to WWE itself.
Social media has ruined wrestling forever. It has. Because you don't even need to watch the fucking shows, and that's why ratings are so fucking low, is because people can watch half the shit on fucking YouTube. It's just dumb.
And hell, thanks to WWE itself, you don't even have to watch the pay-per-views. Just get the network and then sit there and download the app on your phone and just wait for it to ding and let it notify you who won what match.
So, then
Hi, Society.
you're currently watching from McDonald's. Well, that's great. Anyway, so then New Day and the six-man tag match between the New Day and Zayn, Owens, and Ziggler took place. I can't even remember who won this match. You remember who won it?
It was the good guys, I think.
Was it Kofi Kingston? Won again?
I believe so.
I'm getting sick of Kofi Kingston being the champion. I hate to fucking say that. They need to take the title off of him because his title
They've done
run
nothing.
is dead.
They have done nothing with him. As champion.
I didn't mind when he was on his own. Why do they still have him doing the pancake gimmick? Have him act like a fucking champion.
I mean, we get it. He's part of the New Day, but he's also the top champion of the company right now.
Right. Well, that's what they say. You're feeling that once Bray gets in the ring, he's going to be jobbed? Well, if they keep doing what they're doing at Firefly Funhouse, it's exactly what they're going to fucking do with him. Because Vince McMahon's going to get bored with it. And that segment
That's hundreds of thousands.
proved
of
my
dollars.
point. Proved my point that all they're doing is fucking, it's Bray Wyatt. They're just going about it a different way. He's going to be the exact same person that he was. So I don't want to hear any more of this bullshit. This is fucking funny. This is great. It's not. It sucks. But the main event, the six-man tag match, fucking boring as hell. This show sucked. Ass. Everything about this show sucked. I don't think there was anything redeeming about this show. And usually SmackDowns are better. There's nothing redeeming about this show. What did you we quit. We just really didn't even fucking watch it. We just sat around and shot the shit.
I played it on my phone until it died.
Yeah. I'm getting to the point. I said it the other day. Me and Basement, we were sitting there watching Super Showdown. Guys, I'm getting tired of seeing the same regurgitated bullshit. I'm getting tired of sitting here not giving you live reactions when I can sit here and tell you exactly what I'm seeing on a Friday afternoon after work for an hour, and I could free up my Mondays and Tuesdays to hold my daughter and enjoy her instead of putting on. And it's nothing against you guys. It's
It's
just
the product WWE is
it's
putting
what WWE is doing. It sucks. It really, really, really sucks. Now, am I going to quit watching it? No. But I'll be able to better focus on what I'm doing, watching the show, than trying to figure out a way to fucking give you guys something. Because the live reactions, and it's, again, it's nothing on the cast. It's nothing on you guys. It's not eliciting a reaction out of me. It's not even eliciting an anger reaction out of me. It's eliciting me yawning every 15 minutes. That's all it's doing. And I don't want to do that to you guys. What?
Well, can I be honest with you for a second?
I cannot hear
If
you.
you do decide to do live reactions, I wouldn't be able to get it on.
I cannot. You're breaking up like really bad. I can't understand you. So I'll move on to the next thing. We'll talk about. I didn't catch what Bobby said. It's all right, Bobby. Don't worry about it. Just tell me what she said later.
Fair. How's that?
Okay. Now what did you say?
All I say is, if you decide not to do live reactions anymore, I wouldn't be opposed to it honestly, because that'd give me more time to spend with my parents and stuff.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not planning on doing it. I'm getting to that point.
I'm just saying, if you ever do get to that point.
Well, I'm gonna need you to at least watch the show and then give your thoughts on because I'll do reviews and stuff, but I'm not gonna and it won't be Monday after the show. It'll be like a Tuesday. But that's neither here nor there. That's not here.
Yeah,
I'm still gonna keep doing what I'm doing, but that's how what I'm telling you is this is how I feel right now with this fucking company. I have watched WWE since its inception. Okay? I was born when the WWF existed, which is also part of the WWE lineage. So I argue when people sit there and say that the WWE never had a non-white champion as their WWE champion, that's not true. That is absolutely not true.
It was actually talked about on the WWE Network through JBL's Legends episode with Ron Simmons, who was actually the first African American champion.
Well, for WCW.
Actually, they were talking about it as if it would.
I understand that. It's because WWE bought the company, and they bought the history. But that being said, Pedro Morales was champion when I was born in 1972. So there. Everybody's sitting there saying this, that, or the other thing. Come on, man. I don't even want to hear that shit no more. But I'm still gonna go on. I'm just telling you how I feel about the product in WWE as it is today. But I'll tell you this: if I quit watching WWE, I'll quit watching AEW. I won't watch AEW either because it's going to go right down the same path. It's going to. And I don't want people to say, "Oh no, it won't." How do you know? It's an American product. They're going to be like, "Okay, this isn't working. We got to change something here because people don't care about this." That's my point. Now, I love, and I watched Dominion, and we're going to go into Dominion here. These guys didn't watch it. I'm not going to go into every match. I'm probably going to do, because I mean, it wasn't a.
What match do they need to cover is the Okada Jericho match?
I'll get to it. I'm going to talk about the Jon Moxley versus Shota Umino match. Don't come at me and say that was a great match, because it sucked. It was 3 minutes and 52 seconds. It didn't show me anything. All it was Dean Ambrose. That's it. It was just Dean Ambrose in shorts and wrestling shoes. Please stop with the Jon Moxley shit. I don't care. I wish him well. I hope he succeeds. But I don't see him going as far as everybody thinks he's going to go. They're just going. You know why New Japan is doing what they're doing with him? Because he came from WWE. Does everybody seems to forget that. The only reason that he's in the position that he's in is because he came from WWE. What if Shinsuke Nakamura came back to New Japan, where do you think he would be? I guarantee it, he would be thrown right into the main event picture. Why? Because he came from WWE, but he originally came from New Japan, and him and Okada, I guarantee it, would have a fucking hell of a match. I guarantee it. I don't think Moxley could give Okada a good match. Okada would have to carry it. Hands down. Would Moxley sell or Dean Ambrose sell? Yeah. But I guarantee it, Okada'd have to carry that match because that's how good Okada is. I don't think Moxley or Dean Ambrose is on his level at all. Not even close. He's just there because he's from WWE. So yeah. So enough with the Dean Ambrose bullshit. Then he cut a promo saying he wanted to be in the G1 Climax. Okay. Now everybody's thinking, oh, he's gonna go 9-0. If he goes 9-0 and he goes into the finals, it's not happening. I don't see him winning his block.
Well, we were talking about shows selling out earlier. With Moxley being part of that card, G1's not selling.
Yeah. There's another thing. Moxley is the headline in Dallas. It's not selling. It's not selling
Really?
like they thought it would. What does that tell you?
Been there, done that.
And I'm not shitting on fucking New Japan here.
No.
I think it's Moxley. I don't think he's a draw. I really don't. I don't think he is. Could he be? Yeah. They built his fucking character. But everybody's waiting for him to fucking do his fucking hardcore bullshit. It's a niche. It's a niche market. It'll die out soon. Next match was Shingo Takagi. He was the one in the finals with Will Ospreay at the Best of the Super Juniors. The guy is fantastic. He went up against Satoshi Kojima, a former IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He won. He beat him in 11 minutes 14 seconds. It's an okay match. Takagi carried the match. I mean, Kojima's like in his upper 40s, about my age. So, I mean, that tells you a lot right there. Takagi is one of those guys. He's not one of those guys that is going to. He can do it all. He's more of a strong style kind of character. I think the way he wrestles. So I like that. Jushin Thunder Liger and Yoshihashi defeated Suzuki-gun of Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. Here's the story. The story in this match was Yoshihashi and Zack Sabre Jr. Yoshihashi now is getting a shot at Zack Sabre Jr.'s British belt which is happening Sunday night, I think?
I think so, yeah.
Or Sunday morning? I do believe. Sunday morning, I can't remember the name of the event, but don't be surprised if Yoshihashi wins that title. Yoshihashi beat Zack Sabre Jr. with a roll-up. Taguchi Japan, which consisted of Hiroshi Tanahashi, Juice Robinson, and Ryusuke Taguchi. Yes, he is the leader. He's the guy in the fucking rugby. He's a leader of a fucking faction and acts like a dipshit. But he's funny. They beat Bullet Club of Jay White, Chase Owens, and Taiji Ishimori. And if I remember correctly, I think Juice Robinson pinned Chase Owens.
I think so, yes.
Or Hiroshi Tanahashi pinned Chase Owens. I can't remember. Next match was probably the match that and it was about 12 minutes. One of the hardest hitting matches in the night. Tomohiro Ishii defeated Taichi for the never openweight title. hard-hitting match. The story of the match is Taichi is he's comparable to he's arrogant. So he reminds me of like a Shawn Michaels back in the early 90s like type guy. Yeah, he's really good. So Ishii is the first ever 5-time never openweight champion. And he's young. Yeah, he's only 41. I thought he was like 50. He looks like he's about 50, but he's young yet. The next match, the Guerrillas of Destiny, Tama Tonga and Tongaloa defeated Los Ingobernables de Japan. That's Evil and Sonata. It was a good match. It was a decent match. What was the story that I was trying? I can't remember. But they were trying to tell a story, and I can't remember the story. But anyway, it was a good match. I'd have to go back and watch it, and I'll probably tell you, but it was a good match. Again, okay, good, not great. Not great. It was okay. This pay-per-view was good. Wasn't great. It was good. It was nothing like last year's Dominion. Last year's Dominion was fan-fucking-tastic. Because that had Kazuchika Okada versus Kenny Omega. Yes, it's Kenny Omega, and everybody's like, oh, Kenny Omega's not a draw, though. It's not. Kenny Omega doesn't need to be a draw in New Japan. He don't.
It needs like Naito and Okada to do that for you. And Takahashi.
So, the next match, probably right up there with close to being the match of the night, is Will Ospreay, Dragon Lee. Will Ospreay beat Dragon Lee. Both of these superstars are very young. Dragon Lee's never going to get out of the junior heavyweight division. He's only 150 pounds. He better start putting on some fucking weight. He is only 25, so he could. Will Ospreay, he's going to be main eventing Wrestle Kingdom here probably in the next couple of years. Maybe even this next year, I don't know. But he won the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship. What Will Ospreay does, and I'm going to say everybody's like, well, JP doesn't like high flying. This guy I like. You want to know why? Because he can do it all. He doesn't rely on one thing to get the job done. He can do it all. He can combine hard style or strong style, technical style, and the high flying stuff. But his high flying stuff, yeah, he still does the fucking Spanish fly on the apron, which I don't care for, but that doesn't mean I don't like the guy. I just don't like that particular move. Some of his finishing move, and I can't remember what he calls it. I'd have to look. He's got like, well, he does that
Spanish fly?
No. He's got a finishing move. Just give me a second. Let me get to him. But anyway, he's got. He does that roll. I can't think of what it's called. You know what I'm talking about, Trek? Have you ever seen Will Ospreay wrestle?
Once.
Oh my God, you suck.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about, JP.
I'm trying to.
Stormbreaker.
That might be it. Let me see. What the fuck? Stupid. Just give me a second, guys. Just hold on.
Good Lord, there, child.
Does it look
Yes,
kind of like
it's the Stormbreaker, but he also has that one where he has that like Inzaguri. that he does in the air, like he does like 720 or something in the air with the.
Oh, the rain hand maker.
Stormbreaker.
No, the Stormbreaker is his finishing move, but he has the Oz Cutter.
Rain hand maker.
Sure, if that's what it is, if that's the one where he does the. But whatever. So anyway, what I'm trying to get at is this guy can do it all. Okay, that I don't mind. What he can do inside the ring, I fucking love Will Ospreay. I think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. He's up there. With
Is it an elbow drop you're talking about?
no, it's like an enziguri. Like the guy's down on the ground and he kicks him in the back of the head. I'd have to show it to you. He does a spin in the air. It's just fantastic. I like Juice Robinson too, but he's a little bland to me. But I don't mind him. He's all right. I can't complain about Juice Robinson. Do I think Juice Robinson will ever be a world champion? No.
He's McFarland, unfortunately.
The next match is Tetsuya Naito versus. Hey, Gorilla, what's going on, man?
Hey, girl. Hey, girl, strong.
What's the WSM?
We got the Oz
DC.
Cutter, Springboard,
I
and
got
then
that.
Stormbreaker.
Yeah, but it's just a signature move of his. It's like an enziguri. It's like a rolling enziguri. I got a Henderson move or something. I can't think of it.
Got the Air Assassin.
Okay, I moved on past all that shit. But whatever. Will Ospreay's fantastic. I fucking love his in-ring work. Gina probably fucking loves me now.
Handspring and Seguri.
No, it could be, but it has. I'd have to show it to you. Rusev, I'm gonna fucking tell you about fucking Rusev. Rusev is his own worst enemy. That's why he's not being used. He buried himself. He didn't know WWE didn't bury him. He buried himself because his fucking wife can't keep her fucking mouth shut. And I'm not shitting on fucking women at all, but she is fucking bad. She is bad for him. She needs to get the fuck away from him as far as business goes. She sucks. She ruined Rusev. Because Rusev, she gets in Rusev's ear, and then Rusev just, yeah, it's bad. So, in my opinion, Rusev is his own worst enemy, to be honest with you. Oh, the World's Strongest Man. Is it on ESPN? Because if it isn't, then I won't see that.
And Gorilla, I am following it too because there's a dude I watch on YouTube named Brian Shaw. He's in it, and I want to see how he does.
Okay. So back to the Tetsuya Naito versus Kota Ibushi. Now, here's where I don't like some of the stuff that New Japan does. The outside stuff, not needed. He did a German suplex and missed, and Kota Ibushi hit his head. Now, he just came back from a concussion, from a neck injury, one of the two. And he hit on the corner. I don't know if any of you seen it. It was all over Twitter. I know Heather watched it with me. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry, I was typing.
Kota Ibushi?
Yeah.
When Tetsuya Naito?
That on the apron.
My God. They need to not do those spots. And if they're going to do them, know where you are. Know where you are. Being on that apron is the hardest part of the ring. Why would you want to do that anyway? I know they're trying to get a pop or whatever, but my God, he almost broke his fucking neck. Now, Tetsuya Naito is one of the safe workers in the business. In fact, he's one of the best in the business. I just didn't care for that match. But the match itself was 22 minutes of them beating the fuck out of each other. This is why I love New Japan. This is wrestling to me. This is wrestling. It is the best wrestling out there, and I'll tell you why. I'm about to fucking quit the WWE, and I'm about to start doing New Japan shit. And here's why. Because wins and losses matter.
Yep.
However, AEW is going to go about it a different way that I really don't care for. It's the analytics. I don't care about analytics. Give me wins and losses. Wins and losses I'm okay with. But if you're going to sit there and fucking tell me that analytics matter, then I don't care. I don't want to sit and watch you announce or commentate on what happens here and what happens there. If I wanted to do that, I'd watch football. That's what I watch football for. I want to watch wrestling. I want to watch somebody commentate wrestling. Wrestling isn't about analytics. Wrestling is about two or more people beating the hell out of each other inside of the ring. And this match and the next match, even though it's Chris Jericho, which I do love Chris Jericho, and it was a shit match, to be honest with you. But it's Kazuchika Okada. He carried it. I hate to say it. These two matches, and I'll even throw the Will Ospreay and Dragon Lee match in there. These last three matches are what wrestling is all about to me. Beating the hell out of each other inside of the ring. So yeah, Tetsuya Naito ended up winning the IWGP Intercontinental title. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what Gorilla was talking about. So Tetsuya Naito, Wendy. Heather, quit crying. Tetsuya Naito beat Kota Ibushi for the Intercontinental title. I hope that Kota Ibushi is not hurt, because they beat the hell out of each other.
Worst. I've seen news from that. It looks like the worst that came out of that was him with a black eye.
Kota Ibushi?
Yeah.
He's got a black eye. I didn't see that. Okay, whatever. The next match is Kazuchika Okada versus Chris Jericho. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be honest with everybody. I love Chris Jericho, but Chris Jericho is not the same as he was 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Kazuchika Okada carried this match. Now, the match ended kind of inconspicuous. It ended with Kazuchika Okada going over with a roll-up, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I thought you said you didn't watch it. Shut the fuck up. Kazuchika Okada ends up winning with the roll-up. Chris Jericho then proceeds to beat the shit out of Kazuchika Okada. Out comes Tanahashi. So I think Chris Jericho and Tanahashi are going to have a match. Probably. When's the next big pay-per-view for them? And it's not Wrestle Kingdom. It's not Wrestle Kingdom. It might be the G1. I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out. Again, this show, Dominion, 15 times better than fucking Super Showdown. And it's 10 times better than anything WWE's put out in the last 4 years. I mean, I don't know what else to say other than if you ain't watching New Japan, you should be, because it is the best wrestling company out there right now. I still not gonna say AEW because I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen them do anything except for pay-per-view. The only thing that they did is they built this pay-per-view. They did this pay-per-view to move to the next pay-per-view, which is what you're supposed to do. But then now they're doing YouTube videos on it. I don't want to see YouTube videos. I have more important things to do than watch YouTube videos on fucking Fyter Fest. Because, I mean, I can essentially, you tell me, I kind of seen, even though I didn't watch any of the, I kind of could tell you right from the get-go, kind of, not fully, that Cody Rhodes and Dustin were going to end up being a tag team at some point. Just by the way they were doing things. AEW is another one of those companies where I don't need to watch their shows right now to give a shit about what they're doing. I honestly could give a shit about what they're doing because, number one, I think they're terrible fucking actors. They're just glorified stuntmen. I'm not a fan of any of their work on the mic at all. Sorry, that's just me. I know you guys didn't watch Dominion. You should watch Dominion, guys, because it was a good show. It's just the last 3 matches are probably the matches you want to watch. Maybe watch the Takagi match. That was pretty good. The Ishii match was pretty good. But those 3 matches would probably be the matches that I want to go back and watch. And it was 60 minutes. 20 minutes, 22 minutes, and 25 minutes. Your 3 most important matches, you give them time. WWE don't do that. That's why I had a problem with Super Showdown with Triple H and Randy Orton, because it was 25 minutes of rest holds and another 20 minutes of rest holds and 5 minutes of walking around, and then maybe a minute of actual fucking wrestling, actually fucking telling me something. But we've already discussed that. I don't want to get into it again. Is there anything else out there that you guys want to talk about?
No.
Heather,
Nope.
Is there anything?
Did you want to do a special round of Beat the Truck tonight, or?
No, we'll save it. I'll pick a day. And we'll do that. Beat the Trek. I'm going to do a makeup because of SmackDown. It might be a Wednesday or a Thursday or whatever. So that being said, yeah, no, not tonight. My headache still is here, so. The problem with New Japan is they don't do weekly shows. I mean, they do, but they really don't. I'd have to watch it. I can't watch that late at night. I have to get up and go to work. But I definitely will get more into it. I'm actually trying to find time. With Wendy, it's kind of hard because I have to find time to spend with her. Can't just take all my time and devote it to wrestling, because I don't do this for a living. I just do this for fun. So, that being said, Trek, you got anything else? I know there was something out there that I wanted to put out, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, what the fuck was it? And it has to do with wrestling fans. But I can't remember what it was. And you know how I feel about wrestling fans. They're some of the dumbest people in the world. Not you guys, but some wrestling fans out there are just complete idiots.
Yep.
I'm trying to find. Oh man, I can't remember.
What?
There was something that somebody did. that I can't remember that triggered me, and I kind of wanted to talk about, and now I can't remember. Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. It just.
I'm gonna need your password for PayPal anyways.
Okay. All right, so that being said, guys, I'm going to pass it back to Bob, but I want to thank everybody for joining us. Sorry again for yesterday. We will make it up. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to take a quick poll right here with you guys, and I know this is not my show, but I'm going to take it right here, and I'm actually going to put this out on a poll. Would you guys rather put a 1 in the chat if you would rather have me watch for my match, because Trek had to fucking bitch, whine, piss, and moan and fucking do fucking Stone Cold versus Bret Hart at WrestleMania 13. I'm either gonna do Great American Bash 1990, Ric Flair versus Sting for the WCW World Heavyweight title, and the story of that was when Sting hurt his knee, tore his knee up, and then he came back. That whole story. Or WrestleMania 3, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat versus Macho Man Randy Savage. So you guys put it in the chat. You tell me. You want the second one? The second one? So you want me to do Ricky Steamboat? I'm gonna put a poll out there on Twitter after the show is over, and I'm going to put out Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Them two matches. It is my show, and I might do both because I can fucking do that. How about that shit? And then everybody, as you know, I was going to make an announcement yesterday. I'm going to hold off on that announcement until next week when I actually do Wrestling Memories. And it has to do with Wrestling Memories. That's it. So, with that being said, Bobbit, thank you for having me, of course. You have to, because if it wasn't for my internet, you wouldn't.
Just get upstairs and get your password.
Alrighty, so from the Callbone Show, from Trek, from me, from everybody here tonight, thank you for coming out, supporting us, watching the show. We see you guys next week. JP, my balls, your chin, and we will see you guys next week. Good night, everybody.
Hey, Bobbit.
Yeah.
My balls, your chin.